The first thing the girl did after being reborn was to find a girl who looked 80% like her to be her double. After a round of dressing up, they looked almost exactly the same. Then she handed the double a magic mask, because she was going to use this mask to send her best friend to hell completely. The girl was originally the eldest daughter of the Lin group, but in the previous life she was framed by her best friend. She used the magic mask to swap their faces, successfully taking away everything from her. While the girl suffered greatly at the hands of the vicious friend, the girl said she treated her like her own sister, not only sharing everything she had, but even funding her to study abroad. Why did she treat her like this? Unexpectedly, the friend's mood became very excited. She poured out her grievances. She hated that the girl was born in the clouds, being the beloved neighbor's eldest daughter, while she was just an orphan without parents, only able to live on the girl's charity. In her eyes, as long as the girl existed, she would always be just a supporting role, living in the girl's shadow. She was unwilling. Why was the girl born with everything, while she had to grovel to others? The girl couldn't believe that. The good sister she treated wholeheartedly had always harbored such thoughts, and she hadn't noticed it for so many years. But the friend mocked the girl for being stupid, saying someone as stupid as her didn't deserve everything in front of her. Only when the girl disappeared could she replace the girl and become the real neighbor's eldest daughter. The girl struggled desperately, but it was useless. Finally, she was electrocuted to death by her friend in despair. Unexpectedly, the next second, she opened her eyes again. She turned around and looked at herself in the mirror, and found that her face had changed back. Seeing the magic mask in her friend's hand, only then did she realize she had been reborn before the dance. In front of her was the scene where her friend gave her the mask. She immediately understood that she had been reborn. The friend said this was a carefully prepared mask for her, boasting that she would stun the audience when she put it on. Hearing this, the girl was filled with anger, but she knew this time she was no longer the stupid prey, but a calm hunter. She pretended to accept the friend's mask. Her other friends looked disdainful, mocking that the mask was cheap and not worthy of the girl, and questioning if the friend's mask was bought from a street stall. The girl quickly stopped their criticism, saying the friend was her good sister, and her kindness was more precious than anything. She deliberately said the mask was not ordinary, hearing that some masks once put on could never be taken off again, and the face would change into someone else's. The friend's face turned pale instantly when she heard this, flusteredly asking the girl where she heard these words, but the girl smiled and said she was just joking. These were all plots from novels. After hearing this, the friend stammered, telling her to stop reading those nonsense things. The girl suppressed the hatred in her heart, pretending to be happy, telling the friend she liked all the gifts from her, and promised to wear this mask at the dance tonight. Seeing this, the friends secretly rejoiced, hurriedly turned around to prepare for the dance. Looking at the friend's leaving figure, the girl sneered in her heart. The revenge plan was already taking shape. Then she found a girl who looked somewhat like her, named Ling. This girl had 2 lives on her hands, and was going to be executed in 3 days. The girl thought Ling was the perfect replacement. She had someone bring Ling to her. Ling looked confused and vigilant, asking the girl's identity, and the purpose of capturing her here. The girl did not reveal her identity, only telling Ling as long as she did one thing for her, she could get rid of her identity as a death row inmate, and regain her freedom. Ling was initially skeptical, not sure if the girl really had the ability to help her get rid of the death penalty, but thinking she would die anyway, she decided to take a gamble. So she agreed to the girl's request, asking what exactly she needed to do. The girl asked the makeup artist to follow her appearance, to change Ling's hairstyle and makeup, and put on the same clothes as her. When the made-up Ling came out, even the girl was amazed, except for the long scar on her face. Every other part was flawless, and the scar on her face was exactly what she thought was the best part. Then she took out the mask given by her friend, telling Ling that wearing it would make her reborn. On the day of the dance, the girl's fiancé Zhou Yan arrived early. He had long been fooling around with the friend. The friend warned him seriously he must stay away from her until the plan succeeded, not to expose their relationship. But Zhou Yan said he had already checked, saying the girl hadn't come yet, and teased her for being too nervous. The friend said she had been waiting for this day for too long, and would not allow any mistakes. Zhou Yan asked if the mask really worked. The friend said she was fully confident, as long as the girl put on the mask when the clock struck midnight. Zhou Yan must ensure that the girl took off the mask, and then they would succeed. As soon as she finished speaking, the girl arrived at the dance scene. Unexpectedly, the person who came was the girl's double Ling. The friend walked quickly to Ling, telling her proudly that she was right. Wearing this mask, the girl would definitely become the focus of the audience. Reaching out to hold Ling's hand, but was ruthlessly pushed away by Ling. At this time, Zhou Yan deliberately came to invite Ling to dance. Under the girl's behind-the-scenes instruction, Ling accepted his invitation. While dancing, Zhou Yan kept praising her. The girl instructed Ling to just smile, and not to answer his words. It was almost 12 o'clock. Zhou Yan couldn't wait to take off Ling's mask. Ling stopped him in time. Then she took off the mask herself actively,